Hello everyone, my name is Ahmet Can Çelik and today we will be presenting Zoho CRM software with my teammate Selin Akgün. So let's continue.
What is CRM? CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. The concept started in 1970s when customer satisfaction was getting important and evolved further on. First CRM was developed in 1993 and in 2004 CRM rapidly started to migrate cloud. In 2009, social CRM came to life and till now still practice itself using mainly social media platforms. CRM is defined with two types, where first is called operational and second analytical CRM. While operational CRM is dealing with automation part of business processes, analytical CRM analyzes the data that's been gathering through various sources so that business can make better strategies toward its customers.
About Zoho and Zoho CRM. Zoho Corporation, which is an Indian multinational company, was founded in 1996 and was occupied with business tool and software production. Till 2009, company was known as AdvantNet, and in 2005, the company released Zoho CRM, which was successful enough to change company name to Zoho. Now the company works with more than 50,000 organizations in more than 160 countries, reaching more than 80 million customers. Zoho CRM product of Zoho is an award-winning omni-channel cloud-based customer relationships management platform. This Zoho CRM acts as a single repository to bring sales, marketing, and customer support activities together and streamlines business process, policy, and people in one platform. It can be customized to suit any type of size of industry and can integrate with more than 40 to 60 Zoho products and extend its capacity with more than 300 third-party app extensions such as Office 365. Zoho CRM has a built-in artificial intelligence called Zia that basically supports the analytical part of CRM.
Our first step was getting a Trial Ultimate account to start developing our projects. We decided to use system with one account to use order one in case trial period ends. The system has some sample data in some modules, and we use this sample data and process it by adding on. We first entered lead data according to our business scenario. We added a total of 9 leads and their details into the system.
We continued to enter accounts data in the accounts module after finishing with these data. We added different kinds of accounts to the system according to our business scenario. We added 9 customers and 2 vendor suppliers into the accounts module. We defined annual revenue for each account. We defined phone numbers and addresses getting from Google Maps.
System development process. Following accounts, we added contacts into the system. Just as leads, we added contact data like it was getting through a phone call, refill, or internet search. Until we converted one account from leads to test this feature. We defined contact details such as department, and we associated each of the contacts with the accounts that we previously entered.
Let's continue the system development process. After finishing leads, accounts, and contacts modules data entry, we have also automatically entered data into the tasks and calls modules, and we have chance to test them out. We followed this step by adding 2 or 4 suppliers to the vendors module to be able to add products into the products module. We have assigned products to each of these accounts, and then we have added products data inside the products module.
With the last step, we were ready to operate our business. From the purchase order model, we created purchases for our company stock. After completing the purchase orders, we start to create sales orders from the sales orders model. We created 4 sales orders entered with their data accordingly. We set 3 sales as approved and 1 as delivered to see the quantity decline in your products module.
After finishing the previous steps, we created invoices of the sales orders from the invoice module so that the quantity of products inventory properly reduced from the products module. In order to properly simulate our business scenario, we needed to create deals with the accounts that we were to do business with from the deals module. We created 6 deals with 6 of our accounts, and in some of them we added call logs, schedules, and tasks for the product shipment and order management. Lastly, as a requirement for our business case scenario, we added the Maps.d application and integrated this application with our business activities.
Peru is a small-scale company that buys and sells containers. It supports the ordered containers to its customers on its own. The company operates within Anatolian side. The company gets its products from 2 of its vendors to its warehouse in Tuzla. From the warehouse, the company either ships the orders or, if it is not inventory orders, then from suppliers and arranges the drop of the supplier to its customers. Payroll company finds its leads and customer through internal search, phone calls, and external or internal referrals. The company wants to be able to track and store details of its leads to search of the leads since it's vital to them.
Let's continue with business case scenario. Since phone calls are a vital part of PRU company's business activities, a phone call repository would contribute a lot to the company's operations. The company wants to be able to keep and track the complete sales process of its own. The deals it makes, the status of the deals, current customers, contact persons within the company that makes business with, keep the product inventory, arrange invoice, and more. Most importantly, the PRU company is looking for a solution to see all of its customers and suppliers on the map and their exact location to create a successful distribution and sales strategy. Finally, it would be great for PRU company to see some of its key performance indicators such as revenue of the year, purchase statuses, probability of its deals, etc.
Payroll company has 10 leads on the system and converted one of its lead, Mr. Mehmet, into the contact and account through convert function of leads module. So now, in total, payroll company makes business with 11 accounts and 11 contacts.
On the system, all these leads, contacts, and accounts are 3 main models. You can see payroll company's 9 leads in leads model, 11 contacts in contacts model, and 11 accounts in accounts module. Let's continue with the presentation.
From the leads module, payroll company checks its current leads, notes and tasks, and sees no urgent task. Payroll company makes a call to Mr. Fuat Hirpala and logs its call in the call module. Payroll company calls Mrs. Kamaya to arrange 20 DV sales, but Ahlat container found the price high, so no negotiations were made. Same steps has been done from Mrs. Yelda. All calls are logged on the system.
I previously mentioned that calls module is one of the most important feature for payroll company. Here you can see all logs on calls, all the calls that are logged on the system, and the call that my teammate Selin talked about here. In this model, you can see who call related to, contact name, call duration, and subject of call. Let's continue with presentation.
Mr. Ceyhun, one of Peru's leads, were called in to create connection and product offer. He said he will consider notes has been taken on system.
Here, you can also click on a call and check the details of the call. My teammate Selin mentioned about the note on a call. Let's click on Mr. Ceyhun, which is lead of Peru company. When we click on the call in the calls method, we can see all the details. And we can see operational logs such as this one that my teammate had mentioned. Let's continue with presentation.
Another lead of Peru company, Mr. Mehmet Emin, was called into offer tanker container and call came out positive. And Mr. Mehmet had been converted into the contacts and then the tanker into one pair of accounts.
First, let's check this calls on the calls method. We can see a call that went to Mr. Mehmet Emin Yaycı from Delta Tanker. And on the leads module, we can click on the lead and convert them through this convert button. And when we click on the button, a tab opens saying that will be a new account and new contact. When we click on this button, you can also convert the lead and open a new deal, setting amount, deal name, deal stage, source, and role of the contact. And when you click the convert, the lead directly transforms into contact and accounts, his business into accounts, his or her into contact. Let's continue the presentation.
Mr. Mehmet from Denta Tanker found our price competitive and said that before final decision is made, it will be discussed within the company. A deal has been created for Denta Tanker and status has been set to evaluating.
When you click on convert button, a deal is created and we can check the deals on the deals model. In this model, per company can create deal and track its deals process. As my teammate Selim mentioned, we can see Mr. Mehmet Emin's 7 units of tanker sales deal progress. We can see it's evaluating and the amount of the deal. We can see the account name. And when we click on the deal, we can see all lots of details. Here is the sales pipeline. And in this sales pipeline, we can see on which step this deal is. This deal is in evaluating stage and probability is 90%. We can see other details about the deal. Let's continue with presentation.
Mr. Selim from Truhla Container called Peru to order 3 units of 20 DV container. Price has been offered and all the steps in the deals module sales pipeline has been completed. Deal has been set to closed one and a task is set into the system ship orders.
First, let's check the call from Mr. Selim from Truhla and Truhla Container. We can see a call from Mr. Selim that works in Truhla and Truhla Container. And we can see the subjects about call for company order. Let's go to deals if there is a deal after sales call. We can see there is a deal named Truhla and Truhla Container. And when we click on the deal, we can see the sales pipeline is closed and won. Let's continue with presentation.
Sales order was created in the sales order module for Truhla Container. An invoice is issued in invoice module. After invoice was issued, the inventory of 20 DV container got deducted from products module.
After deal has been made, per company makes a sales order for Truhla and Truhla Container from the sales order model of Zoho CRM. Here in this button, per company create any kind of sales. It can select subject of sales, select carrier, account name on which account the sale will be, in this case Truhla and Truhla Container, deal name that was previously created, status of sales order, details, and products that are being sold. In this case, it was 20 DV container. After sales order is completed, per company creates an invoice order from invoices module. It can create any invoice from clicking this invoice, selecting a subject, selecting an account, contact, and a deal name. Also, in the invoice, Pro selects the sales order that has been previously produced in sales order module. After this has been done, Pro company clicks on save. And when there is an invoice that has been issued, here we can see. On this method, we can also see the details. And when there is an invoice that has been issued, the products are deducted from the products module. We can see that 20 DV unit inventory is reduced to 12. Previously, it was 15. Let's continue with presentation.
Products are being prepared for Truhla Container to be shipped, so the sales status in sales order menu is set to approved. Same process was followed for the first sales from King Company. Mrs. Leyla Didim from Commercial Press Taşımacılık was called to offer our open top products, and same process was followed as previous one, but this time products were not available in Peru inventory. Peru called Yöndemir Metal Sanayi for an urgent open top order call has been logged. into the system, and Peru's sales representative created a purchase order from purchase order module.
Let's continue by introducing the sales purchase order module. When there's a sales order but the inventory is not on stock, Peru Company directly opens a purchase order within Zoho CRM. Peru Company can open a purchase order by clicking this button, selecting subject, vendor name. Here we can see two of vendor because we defined only two vendors. Entering other data such as contact name, etc. The product that would be ordered, and can click on Save button to order the product. Here we can see a product that has been purchased to be delivered to our inventory. Let's continue with the presentation.
The details of the purchase order and delivery method has been entered into the system, and when products received, the inventory got increased in product module.
Let's check. We have a 6 unit 20 TV and 3 unit 40 TV temp order from Yöndemir Metal. And let's go to products and check if there is an increase in our inventory. Here we can see 6 quantity and 3 quantity and 6 quantity in our inventory from Yöndemir Metal Sanayi. Let's continue presentation.
Meryem Tolun from Morlong Searching was called to ask if there is any need of order, and the same steps were followed for 2 units of 40 DV container sale. Peru had this inventory ready to be shipped with some others, so it wanted to create a route and see potential customers nearby drop proof, point to save cost and improve marketing. Peru company would route from Mapsly application to drop off its products.
One of the main things that Peru Company wanted was to visualize its sales operations on the map. And we have accomplished this goal by the Mapsly app that we have gathered through Zoho Marketplace. In this app, Peru Company can visualize its accounts, leads, contacts, and sales orders, and create an effective route to create a good distribution strategy and marketing strategy. Let's simulate the distribution route. Let's say the Peru Company will bring the sale order to Morlong Sourcing. We click on the Morlong Sourcing and we say to route. Next, Peru Company wants to get its orders from Yöndemir, one of its vendors, and then wants to deliver to Truhlar and Truhlar container, and wants to come back home with the shortest route to have a fuel efficiency. And when we click on build route, Mapsly creates a shortest route for Peru Company. Peru Company can also call the business partners in the route and ask if they need something. If they need a product that is in inventory of Peru Company can also deliver them or offer them a discount to reduce drop-off and transportation costs. Let's continue the presentation.
Finally, Peru manager checks company KPIs from analytics module to see if everything is going well.
Peru Company uses analytics module to check the key performance indexes of companies such as lead generation rate. We can see the target, the current lead rate. We can see revenue target. We can see leads by source and last 3 months performance. We can see much more such as revenues this quarter, deals in pipelines, and accounts this quarter. Let's continue with presentation. Conclusion. We try to create a well-business scenario to test out as much method as we can of Zoho CRM software. There are some tutorials about using Zoho CRM and its features in various resources, but none of them actually does this apply like our case with a business scenario. Drawbacks of our project was that we could not test out some critical functionalities like website, social media integration. Our scenario was based on operations CRM media. Functions like lead catching, website, chat, customer support were not used in our project. Some possible improvement for our project would be that we could launch a website for our company, open social media accounts, and integrate them with the system. As a summary, this project contributed us to have an experience in a CRM software. We as a team previously did not have any CRM experience, and now we are encouraged enough to say that we can use the system in any company that uses it. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.